Right, welcome back. So today we're going to be fitting additional front door seals. The reason for that is it ups the quality of the door shutting sound and it insulates and keeps your van that little bit better than the rest. For this you're going to need the seals, which I've got too much of, but I've got some. You're going to need some panel wipe, some degreaser or some car wash so you can wash the panels, clean the panels down, and you're going to need some cloth or a sponge, depends on what route you're going to take for the method of cleaning. This is the kind of thing that if you was to buy a high-end car, so your Hot Mercs, your Jaguars, your Range Rovers, Bentleys, Teslas, all these kind of high-end vehicles, they have what's called a secondary seal around the door shut. So whereas typically most cars have one seal to create the weather-tight seal from the outside to the inside seal between the door and the body. Now high-end cars have two, so we're going to fit a second one today. So less talking, more action. Let's get this monstrosity on the van. Okay guys, so now you need to panel wipe, degrease or clean both panels down. One where you're going to stick the seal, and the second where the seal's going to touch on the body. So guys, this lip here, or this flat surface here, is the one that I'm going to stick it to, and you actually stick it on the door so that when the door's closed, contacts the body to make the seal. So sticking it on the second ridge up here will allow it to corner on this top ridge here like that, in turn creating the seal that we're aiming for. And I can follow it all the way around, all the way down, and then across the door, and then up to about here, because all this is quite a nice flat area. Obviously clean all this first. If you're a bit confused or unsure of which one to go for, if you cut a little bit off the bottom of the seal, make sure you've still got enough length though. You can put it on the one that you think, and then you can watch it and actually pinpoint where it's going to contact the body. So I'm going for that one there, and basically as that is now, that's how it's going to sit all the way around. So we need to degrease and panel wipe this now, so we'll move on. Okay guys, so just point to note, if you're going to apply panel wipe, first of all, if you've got it in a flask, a container, the tub it comes in, try your best to not contaminate it. So don't reuse tissues, or try not to contaminate what's in here with what you've cleaned, because that's just defeats the point. You want to wet a tissue, you want to wipe all the panel down with the tissue with the panel wipe on, and then that's not enough guys, you then need to get a completely clean tissue and go back over and wipe over the panel, because it will leave like a kind of like a residue on, which then you lift off for this. If you've gone around with this and you've picked up any dirt or dust or anything on this, go back round, get a fresh bit of tissue, re-wipe it again, and then re-clean wipe it, and continue the process until you get this pretty much spotless all the way around. So what we're going to do is, as I mentioned, we're going to follow down this channel, and then looking at this, I'm going to break out into about the middle of this panel here, which will then bring it down to approximately here, across there, which I think is a nice distance down. So we're going to bring it down this channel, tucking it right in, and then we're going to come in the middle of here, and then we're just going to come up to here, and then I'll try and either cut it at an angle, or we'll just end it, but I prefer to cut it at an angle if I can. Okay guys, so I've started just level with the bottom of this circular hole, so it's not overlapping or anything. Starts nice. What I recommend is, for the double-sided tape, you'll obviously have this cover on to stop it sticking to anything. What I've done is, I've peeled this back about 6 to 8 inches worth, and then I stick it on, and then I get to this point and I peel it more, and I do it bit by bit. So I do it section at a section, and you want it like that guys. Take your time, do a nice job, and get it butted against this edge here, and use it as a reference, and just get a perfectly straight line. Look at that. I'm quite happy with that. I spent the time It's pretty much bang on straight all the way down there, as good as I can get it. And then I've got this curve here, and what I did in the curve was I actually came out slightly into the centre of the flat surface area that we're sticking to, and then I ran it back in and tucked it back up. The reason why I've done that is because it's on a curve, I didn't want to pull it too tight. So one, I wanted to reduce the bend, and going into the centre completely did that. So imagine like a race line on a track. You've kind of tucked into the apex, gone out wide, tucked into the next apex, and it's made less of a curvature, and it's under less pressure and tension, so this should last longer now. I'm not saying it wouldn't last if it was up against all the way. That's just my thought process. That's how I've done it. So I've come down, I've took my time, 6 inches at a time, guys. Stick it on, but mate, don't just push it on like that. Proper, get your thumb and work it all the way down up to the tape, and then pull the band a bit further, work it all the way down, place it on, take your time. It doesn't matter if it takes you an hour, who cares? And if it's like that, it's a job that you can be proud of. So I'll carry on now, I'll get it across there, and then we'll get to the cutting. Okay guys, so basically this is it. What you want to do is, once you've been down doing your 6 inches, pushing it in thoroughly with your thumbs, you've got it all on, cut the end, and then go back to the beginning and make sure you basically do this with your thumb, push it like that, dropping down 10mm at a time all the way round to make sure that you're pushing that double-sided tape into the panel. Now this is actually quite strong, to be honest. I looked at the tape and thought, oh, I'm a bit skeptical of that, but it actually seems to be gripping really well. But the key for this, guys, this is why I can't emphasise do a good job cleaning the panel. The preparation in the panel and making sure the surfaces are clean and grease free is crucial to allow that sticky to take to the panel. And it's longevity you want, guys. You want this seal to be on for the next number of years, not months. And also, another good tip is, I've waited to do this job for actually probably about 4 or 5 weeks. The reason for that is, the reason for that is because I wanted to do it when it's quite a warmish day, so that everything's kind of expanded, everything's heated up, the glue on the tape is a little bit tackier, so that then it's a bit like paintwork. You paint it in an oven, so everything's expanded, and when it cools down it contracts and brings it in. And then in the summer, when it heats up, it's already been to that expansion. Whereas if you do it in the real cold, the tape won't like it. It won't take very well, regardless of how well you clean it. And then in the summer, when everything expands, you'll come open your door and they'll be a bit dropped down. Nobody wants that. Cat's life, eh? It's alright for some. So now, what you'll notice is, guys, when you know you've done a good job and you've done it right, the door will actually be a little bit more difficult to close. So if you tested it before and you pushed it and it would slam shut, now you'll find it'll only go on to the first latch. You'll have to push it a lot harder to close it. Now we'll see if there's a difference in the noise to the door. So door closure noise outside. So you have to push it quite hard now, guys. That is so much better. So if you open the sliding door, you can look down the side there, guys. I'm not sure how well you'll see that, but you can see that that seal is uniformly compressed all the way down, following it round, and then it goes out of sight. But this is exactly how you want it. So here's just a quick look, guys, at one of the seats I've now got fitted. It's fully in. It's fully rotational both ways. I can swivel it and rotate it round. So that is pretty much done, other than powder coating. But that's an up and coming video. Listen to this. They always say, guys, you can always tell a good car by the fact if you've got to slam the door and you can't just do that. See how it hasn't latched? If you can't do that, then it's a good sealed car. So yeah, I'm happy with that. So looking at the driver's side, guys, you've got two options. Because on the passenger side, it has to come in here to go round the petrol cap. You haven't got that on the driver's side. So if you do it in the same surface area as the passenger side, which is what I'm going to do, you've got to come all the way to the bottom of the door and round, and then up that lip, and you just end short, because on the other side you would have been on this flat surface area, whereas now you'll be on this flat surface area, but it's still sealing exactly the same. It'll just run down here. So that's where we put it on the driver's side, on the passenger side, sorry, which made it like that when you shut the door. So I'll do the same, but you can on this door put it on the one up if you like, and instead of like the passenger being there, it will be there. It's kind of your choice. I've looked at them both. I kind of feel that they'll both work as efficiently as each other. Okay guys, so same detail for this side. There's no way you can see that with the sun. You want it nice and straight, nice and square. Obviously this one goes round the outside and it tucks up there like that. Actually one panel below the passenger side, but I've checked it, it seals all the way around well, and it's doing the same job as that one. Now I was going to put a secondary one here, you can if you want, but I've closed the door a couple of times and I don't think there's a need for it, so that is way better. Just climbing out. So go round guys, make sure you push it in with your thumb, make sure it's level, make sure it's straight, make sure it's clean. That's everything I can say. Sharp scissors cut it perfectly well. You can use a blade if you want. Like I said, the passenger side's slightly different. Now you can kind of get them the same if you want to put it on the inside ridge, but the doors are slightly different because of the petrol cap. So although they're different, it's the same result and it's kind of the same surface area that it's sealing on. So don't let that worry you. Like I said, you'll know if it's sealed better because it'll be harder to close. Over time, the seal will get a bit compressed and stuff, so it will get easier and easier to close. It won't stay slamming it forever. And what I'm going to do is, if you stay tuned, if you subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notification icon. I'm going to, on 2 Minute Tuesday, probably in a week or two, I'm going to share some tips to keep your seals from drying out, from falling off, and just a bit of maintenance to go round your door, your pop-top seal, and coat them and treat them with this stuff so that it stops them drying out, it keeps them rubberized, it keeps them flexible, it keeps them moist so they'll seal better on the body, on the panels, everything. So look out for that. Right, so apologies guys, I can't actually drop the links to where to get these from. I can't recommend anywhere because I already had these. I bought these to put on the Chevette when I built that. So I already had lengths and lengths of it, and to be honest, where I got them from now is no longer a shop, so I can't recommend that. So guys, if you're a shop or a company that sells these, or you've bought them yourself, please drop the links in the comments below. Comment with a link. I know they sell them on eBay I think, but comment with a link below so all my viewers can actually go on and purchase it from a recommended site, or you know, a link to eBay, etc. So thanks for that. So one thing you can do as well guys, that will help, once you've got the seal on, fitted and done, if you shut the door, then that should theoretically apply an even pressure to that seal all the way around, in turn holding it shut, holding it against the door, holding it tight, and allowing the tape to grip as much as possible. Right guys, so that's the end of this one. Thanks for watching. I hope you do your own. If you do, let me know below. Look forward to this Tuesday's upload. I think I'm going to do a charge rate checking video so you guys can check your charge rate on your batteries, on your alternators, and do it yourself. So yet again, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I'll see you next time.